Welcome to Connect Day. I'm very happy that you tuned in. Connect Day, we are matching startups, corporates, and investors in order to facilitate cooperation and investment, not only in Austria, but also in Europe. My name is Dusan Todorovic, and I'm working for Austrian Research Service, Matchmaking Service, AWS Connect, and AWS Industry Startup Net. I'm delighted to be your host today. Unfortunately, still in this virtual setting, but let's hope for the better for next year. Why are we doing this event? You maybe just had your poll or vote in your polls on the beginning, and the question was, did you already collaborate with a startup and a corporate? And 25% of the participants, and we are in the innovation ecosystem, so 25% of the participants who are not collaborating yet, well, that's the figure that we want to put down as near as possible to nil. Let me begin with the journey of Connect Day. Actually, 5 years ago we started, and it was the brand Corporate Day at that time. Now, Connect Day, it's not just changing the name, but it's also adding another target group. So in addition to the startups and corporates who are meeting, matching, and starting their cooperations here on Connect Day for 4 years already, now, for the first time, let me welcome 135 investors who are joined Connect Day for the first time. What's to be said else? At that point, thank you very much for IT Business Angels or AWS IT Business Angels that they support this event as a co-organizer. To give you a brief outline of today's show, we will start with welcome addresses by the CEOs and lead on to a startup elevator pitch where you see 10 fascinating international startups brought to you by the Global Incubator Network and the Vienna Business Agency's Vienna Startup Package. After that, we'll join 8 corporates, mainly from Austria, in a corporate reverse pitch, all of them battling for great startup partners. By the end of today's show, we'll get an expert talk on the relevance of cooperation between startups and corporates, especially on an international level. That will be the stage show live, and after that, we can start with the matchmaking, so you have a whole afternoon of time to do your meetings and start new cooperations or get the right investor on board. Also new this year, we'll have 2 follow-up days. So on Thursday, the 6th of May, you can do a breakfast matchmaking session, especially interesting when you want to meet with our Asian partners or Asian participants. And on the 12th of May, again, with a breakfast matchmaking session and a workshop by AWS around funding your startup and protecting your intellectual property. The Connect Day is co-organized by Austrian Research Service and their matchmaking service, AWS Connect, who joined forces with the FFG, the Austrian Research Promotion Agency, and the Global Incubator Network, short GIN. But aside of the co-organizers, there are 23 partners from Austria and more than 30 partners from across the world that are bringing their networks together in order to make this event such a success. And yes, it is with more than 850 participants. So let me say thank you on the very beginning to our strategic partners, who are the Vienna Business Agency, the Advantage Austria and the Austrian Federal Economic Chamber, WKO, the High-Tech Incubator INIT, Austrian Business Agency, and the Enterprise Europe Network with their offices from more than 20 European countries supporting this event. But without our regional and network partners, the business promotion agencies from Austria, the Academia Plus business incubators from around Austria, and our international network partners adding value with their respective industry networks, this event wouldn't be such a success. So, just to name a few, thank you very much to Accent and Ecoplus from Lower Austria, the Styrian Business Promotion Agency, SFG, and the Science Park Graz, Tech2B from Business Upper Austria, the Business Promotion Agency from Burgenland, V-Start and Visto from Vorarlberg, the Tyrolean Business Promotion Agency and Startup Tirol, and to name again, Senate of Economy, the Handelsverband, Startup Tirol, and Bankenverband, just to mention a few. Thank you very much. And now it's time to invite the managing directors of the 2 organizing agencies to the stage. I want to welcome Mrs. Edeltraud Stiftinger from the Austrian Research Service. She'll be live on stage with us, and Mrs. Henrietta Egert, who joined in virtually so that we can keep the COVID rules safe here in the studio. Thank you very much for joining me on stage. So, Mrs. Stiftinger, great to have you here on stage. Let us know a bit more about your motivation. So, why is actually AWS co-organizing this event, and why is cooperation so important, so relevant, and how does AWS facilitate cooperation or investment?
Yeah, thank you very much, Dusan, and again, welcome to Connect Day 2021. It's really great to know, and you already mentioned it, that we have more than 850 participants from more than 45 countries that joined Connect Day. And well, Austrian Research Service, to say a few words, Austrian Research Service is a state-owned promotional bank to drive innovation in Austria, and therefore we are proud to contribute to the dynamic development of the innovation ecosystem in Austria. And it was really a very dynamic development during the last years. And this success would not be possible without our strategic partners, our regional partners, our business agencies, as well as the incubators, especially out of the initiative Academia plus Business. And Dusan, you already mentioned all them before in detail. But especially I want to thank you, Henrietta, and FFG for our long-term great partnership and cooperation in our joint program, Global Incubator Network. Thank you very much. Well, basically, Austrian Research Service currently supports about 80,000 innovative company projects, and we do so by providing all available financial means, from grants and guarantees to soft loans and equity. And we also provide coaching facilities, especially when it comes to questions concerning intellectual property rights. And in addition, we initiated more than 470 cooperations by our Connect services. Well, we work very close with our customers, which allows us to know their needs and challenges in details. And that's the reason why we realized a few years ago that it's, of course, of a tremendous importance to provide financial means. But it's also crucial for business support or business success to find the right partner at the right time. But often that's really a big challenge, especially for startups. Just to give you a figure, in Austria, 77% of corporates with more than 1,000 employees are cooperating with startups, while this figure rises to more than 90% in other German-speaking countries. So it's clear we have to do something, we have to drive this development. And that's the background of our own initiatives like our matchmaking platform Connect, and that's also the background why we support the innovation ecosystem with events like the Connect Day. Well, we all know startups are developing new technologies and developing new business models. And corporates want to bring their products to the market and their services as well. In fact, established companies often suffer from rigid structures. And therefore, by cooperating with startups, they are trying to sustainably strengthen their own entrepreneurial spirit. And for startups, it's really often the key to success, such kind of cooperation. And at the same time, investors are looking for new investments, and they want to have an easily accessible and qualitative overview to the current market. And that's the point where Austrian Research Service come into play, because we are the independent partner which brings together startups, corporate and investors. And that's the reason why we support this event.
Thank you very much. We could really feel your support when organizing this event. Welcome, Mrs. Egert. I hope you're already on a virtual stage. Hello. It's great to have you.
Hello, Susan.
Hello. It's great to have you again here as a partner of Connect Day. So let us know, why are you actually partnering with Connect Day? Because actually the Austrian Research and Promotion Agency is mainly known, or actually known for supporting research, development and innovation projects. So how is that related, or how is that connected to the Connect Day?
So first of all, welcome to the Connect Day 2021, to all the participants, and also thanks to all the partners participating in this event, and especially to Edeltraud, who is representing AWS today. I think we are a great team. We're good partners in supporting startups on the location and in Austria. So startups are key drivers of Austria's innovation system, and it's all, the Connect Day is all about innovation. And many of these startups make important contribution to economies, to their economies, in the form of new growth, new jobs, and probably above all, new ideas. But they all rely on strong partners, because as a young and innovative company, especially startups are particularly reliant on support. And this is where AWS, as you just heard, but also we as Research Promotion Agency come in. We are the one-stop shop for industrial related research, and the FFG supports young companies in developing, implementing and launching their ideas onto the market. And we invest around 70 million euro, that is grants, it's not loans, it's grants, into projects by startups. So the range of the FFG funding is from idea generation, product development, but also launching into the market, especially for startups. And why is it so important for us with research and development and innovation to support startups? More than 20% of Austrian startups are or derive from an academic background already, besides more than 60% from businesses that are spin-offs. So we are focusing on these tech, deep tech, low tech, but also spin-offs in the area of startups. And many startups are very much into tech trends. The most important tech trends are artificial intelligence, and 60% of the startups responded to a survey. They consider artificial intelligence as one of the 5 most important future trends. So we see that digitalization and research is very strongly connected to startups. And my last intervention is about also the European level, because there is the new European Innovation Council, and it also with the accelerator, with the EIC accelerator, supports the development and the scale up of high risk innovation startups. And we also are partnering with AWS in this platform to really fill this funnel to the EIC grants, and also equity investments up to 50 million euro per project together, so that we really can make Austrian startups, which cooperate with lots of international players, strong. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well, Mrs. Egert. I think now, Mrs. Stiftinger, is there anything more to add?
Dusan, I think it's time to get started now.
Thank you very much. Let's go on with our show. Thank you very much to Mrs. Stiftinger and Mrs. Egert. And now, before we kick off with the startup elevator pitch, we want to share the virtual welcome address of the Federal Minister for Digital and Economic Affairs, Mrs. Margarete Schramböck.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, last year has shown the importance of innovation and development, and startups play definitely an important role in this. In Austria, the startup scene has grown. They have not only survived the corona pandemic, but they have been successful. They have developed and they have taken on board new employees. 30% of Austrian startups have onboarded new employees during this pandemic year. And even better, for 2021, they plan to increase by 50%. This means creating 10,000 new jobs in Austria. I want to thank all startups because they are at the forefront of the comeback of Austria. But as important as the startups and the founders themselves are the investors. And therefore this event is of such importance to bring startups and investors together. Only with a good cooperation they can be successful in Austria, in Europe and worldwide. A lot of startups are offering their services abroad, and investors are here helpful to support the startups in this process. I wish you a great event, good pitches and a lot of success for your future.
Advantage Austria. Global connections, scale-ups and corporates, international success, Urlevant.
So, thank you very much, dear Mrs. Margarete Schramböck. I think we are now ready to start the show. We'll begin with a startup elevator pitch, and we have 10 great international startups brought to you by the Global Incubator Network Austria, called short GIN, and the Vienna Business Agency. We'll kick in with the Global Incubator Network startups. So it's a batch of 5 startups we present to you. And what is Global Incubator Network, for those who do not know? GIN is fostering the exchange between the Austrian and the Asian and Israeli startup ecosystems. While the GIN Go Asia programs support Austrian startups to connect to the Asian and Israeli markets, corporates, investors, or incubators and accelerators there, the GIN Go Austria program invites Asian and Israeli startups to Vienna, to Austria, and so they can hopefully even establish their businesses here, as there are also some very successful examples. In its 11th batch, the GIN Go Austria program brings startups from countries such as Singapore, Japan, Hong Kong and mainland China, South Korea, India, Israel and Lebanon. For the Connect Day elevator pitch, 5 of the best startups have been selected out of 136 applications. The startups will face the typical elevator pitch situation, so you know it's really a short time when you get into an elevator. It's just 60 seconds, and that's your time for the pitch. I think enough is said. After the pitches, you'll be able to vote for your favorite or best pitch out of the first 5. And I think, yeah, let's move on. So let's see what we can learn about GIN Go Austria and their startup selection.
Hello, I'm Christopher Arida and I'm the founder of Diwama from Lebanon. With the increase in population and waste generation, waste sorting and recycling facilities are struggling to keep up. And therefore, only 10% of waste is currently being recycled and only 1% is being audited. As DOAMA, you believe that what is not measured cannot be improved. And this is why we are working on a computer vision software that monitors and audits waste. Through a camera and a machine learning algorithm, the system detects several types of waste and in real time, and then provides data analytics and KPIs for facility managers to characterize and monitor the waste, to increase sorting accuracy, and to provide quality control over plastics. We are looking for pre-seed investment of $415,000 and to establish our presence in the European market. And therefore, we are looking to connect with potential corporate partners, investors, and distributors.
Hi, I'm Curtis from Dorabot. The volume of the whole logistics industry is expected to reach more than $12 trillion in 2023. But the cost of warehousing and manpower is still very high. And right now the world is facing the problem of the pandemic and in the coming future, aging population. So the major problem here is how to tackle those problems using AI technologies and robots. We provide two sectors of products. One is AI algorithms. We apply AI in all our solutions for warehouse work planning and process optimization. The other one is robotic executions. We use AI-driven robots to do sorting, palletizing, loading, and the transportation within the warehouse. We would like to meet with logistics, e-commerce, manufacturing and pharmaceutical companies, post offices and retailers that are looking to set up their own automated warehouses. Other than Austria, we are also hoping to find business partners across Europe as well.
Hi, I'm Teresa Po, Chief of Staff of Greenland in Singapore. We are a clean tech company that resolving existence of precious metal in the industry. As you can see, there's an increase of using batteries over the years, and 95% of them are in the landfill and they are not commercialized, recycled. And our technology is a hardware modular added to the current batteries recycling that close the loops up by rejuvenating lithium-ion battery kettles, and 4 times greener, faster, and more profitable to get 99.9% pure. In this program, we would like to meet all the battery manufacturers and e-recycler. Thank you for your time.
Servus and konnichiwa. My name is Adrian Sosna, calling you from Kyoto, Japan. Today, I'd like to tell you about Hackerus and our plans for Austrian and European expansions. Since we were founded in 2014, we've been helping energy and utilities companies achieve digital transformation objectives. We do this using our proprietary AI engine, which is specialized for automating tedious tasks that require a high degree of human expertise. Using either time series data, such as sounds and vibrations, or visual data, such as images or videos, we provide systems for error and anomaly detection and analysis. To learn more about how Hackerus can help you achieve your AI goals, send me an email at adrian@hackerus.com. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Danny Gapel, CEO and co-founder of Mata Analytics in Israel. Mata Analytics is a fintech software company tackling and solving the problem of unstable cash flows from wind and solar renewable energy projects. We do this by utilizing the most accurate data and leveraging our machine learning algorithms to simulate digital twins, tens of thousands of scenarios, financially and operational outputs to identify the best cost-effective insurance or energy storage system to allow for more bank leverage financing, making the projects more profitable. We're interested at Connect Day 21 to meet with energy companies involved in wind or solar projects, commercial banks, or insurance companies financing the renewable energy revolution of today. We look forward to a better future for all of us and hope to meet you there. Thank you.
By the Global Incubator Network Austria. For you, dear crowd, it's now time to vote for your favorite pitch out of the last 5. So join us on Slido/CD21 or Slido #CD21. For those who are on Connect Day 80, you should see already the poll right of the live stage stream. While you're voting, I think it's time to go to another batch of international startups, another 5, presented by the Vienna Business Agency and their Vienna Startup Package. Since 2013, Vienna Business Agency has brought more than 100 startups to Vienna and Austria. Some of them, like Medicus AI or Xensio, have settled already in Vienna with their businesses. Both were also supported by the Global Incubator Network. For today's elevator pitch, the Vienna Business Agency has selected 5 startups out of 114 international applications. Actually, the founders should be here with us today, but on approximately 1 month-long acceleration program. But yeah, they're joining this Connect Day virtually with their virtual pitch and will also be in the virtual one-on-one matchmaking sessions after the stage show. I think enough is said. Let's learn more about Vienna Business Agency and their startup selections. And just to remind you, it's again just 60 seconds of time for the startups, and you can vote for your favorite startup after the last startup pitch. Let's pitch.
Hi, I'm Tatiana Soldovnikova, the founder of Certified, originally from Belarus and based in the UK. It all started in 2016 when I used to work as a business analyst in a certifying consulting company. I got to know that yearly companies operating on international markets spend hundreds of days and thousands of dollars to reduce the quality failure and reputation disruption. Certification and quality compliance have turned into a tremendous pain for most companies, complaining about duration, costs, and manual routine. That's why we decided to create Certified, an on-demand quality service platform, helping SMEs and auditors manage quality compliance workflow and share quality history in seconds. All quality compliance results are recorded in IBM's Hyperledger Fabric blockchain and displayed in digital certificates, easily updated, traced, and shared with third parties. We welcome small and medium companies for a pilot project to get the best of quality compliance automation. Currently, we bring the highest value to companies having requested or certified by mainly ISO standards. Make the first steps in digital quality with Certified.
Hi everyone, my name is Ivan Lindovský and I'm a co-founder of AgeVolt, a Slovak innovative startup that is on a mission to accelerate mass e-mobility adoption and liberate the EV users and EV charger owners by being a one-stop platform for all their needs. The main problem e-mobility adoption faces are lack of charging infrastructure availability and increased demand search for the grid due to EV charging. AgeVolt's solution to these problems is a comprehensive digital ecosystem which makes EV charging convenient and accessible for users whilst optimizing energy distribution for the charger owners. We offer 3 distinct but integrated products: smart EV chargers, proprietary energy management system, and a digital platform which is powered by blockchain that offers peer-to-peer EV charger sharing and energy exchange. We are really looking forward to meet companies from automotive, energy, utility, transportation, facility, retail and real estate sector at the Connection Day 2001 for potential collaboration and innovation pilot opportunities. Thank you very much.
You can't manage what you can't measure. In industry, everyone knows. The best way how to get reliable data about manufacturing processes is to collect them directly from machines. But how to connect data outputs from tens or hundreds of different machines into one simple interface? This is a pretty challenging task, right? Not surprisingly, the solution was often very costly and required high level of technical skill. But not anymore. We have developed industrial IoT sensors directly connectable with Microsoft Power BI. Thanks to our platform called SensorX, literally anyone can start with data-driven optimization of manufacturing processes, regardless the type or size of the company. SensorX represents the solution with minimal entry barriers. No programming or hardware skill are required. No commitments or high initial investment. Our customers can start improving their businesses the same day SensorX is installed, not after long months of preparations. So that's what we do in Nextira. We digitalize companies swiftly and affordably.
Hello Vienna, my name is Gytis Paškevičius and I'm representing a Lithuanian fintech on data. Each year, billions of euros are incurred as losses as a result of fraud or regulatory fines that are issued due to inadequate KYC and anti-money laundering procedures. Ondato creates a solution that helps to onboard customers by identifying them, verifying their information, and later monitoring them remotely. Our goal is to take away the pain of having to worry about regulatory constraints and let you focus on what you do best, turning compliance into an actual business benefit. At Connect Day 21, we're hoping to meet with financial, insurance, and other companies that wish to improve their onboarding process online, and of course those who want to join forces and help businesses together. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Ian, CXO of Bankish, sending my best from our HQ in Tallinn, Estonia. In spite of the rapid development of technology all around us daily, financial services are struggling to keep up. Until recently, only the top banks were able to afford modern IT infrastructures. The rest were left with limited solutions, if not managing their business in Excel. That's why Bankish was born, from professionals to professionals. Other than just supplying our credit and deposit management software as a solution, we strike out IT from the credit provider's list of headaches altogether, so they can focus on their customers. We challenge the stigmas around digital transformation in finance by delivering full solutions on a pay-as-you-grow basis. During Connect Day, I'm interested in meeting future-minded financial institutions, partners, and investors, inviting everyone to come and explore the future of finance alongside Bankish.
Connect Day stands for cooperation, openness, relevance, success, Levant.
Wow, great pitches. Thank you to Bankish and all the other startups with a really great selection of 5 startups from the Vienna Business Agency. And now it's your chance, dear crowd, to find out all together who is the best pitcher amongst these 5. You can join us on Slido, hashtag CD21, and give us your vote there. That was the startup elevator pitch of Connect Day. And now I think it's time to turn around the tables. It's about startups and corporates meeting as equals, so how can we just let the startups pitch? And I think that's already a tradition within Connect Day, is that we allow the corporates actually to battle for the startup interest and the startup corporations. I'm very happy that my colleague, Fiona Gmeiner from AWS Industry Startup Net, has joined me already on stage. She's actually been in charge of the corporate reverse pitch and all the preparations this year. And I think, Fiona, let us know more about the corporate reverse pitch and a little bit of history and how the startups got selected.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. And hi to all of you out there, also from my side. My name is Fiona Gmeiner. I am working at AWS Connect as a program manager of AWS Industry Startup Net. AWS Connect brings together startups, corporates, and investors through neutral matching services. Those matching services enable cooperation, investments, but also support growth and internationalization strategies. Right now, we have more than 2,000 participants in this network, and having a number of 2,000, it is the biggest innovation network in Austria. So if you want to find your right partner at the right time, go join us on the awsconnect.com. So being that said, I don't want to keep you in the audience in suspense for too long, and I would say we just jump right into the corporate reverse pitch. So maybe you already asked yourself what the corporate reverse pitch is all about. So basically, it's all about applying same rules for startups and for corporates. That's also why we ask our corporates to pitch in front of startups today. When we talk about corporations, or when we talk about successful corporations, the most important thing is meeting as equals. So that means we have same rules, and also our corporates can pitch 3 minutes. After those 3 minutes, the pitch will just get cut off. For our jury, it was really a hard decision taking the best 8 corporates, since we had more than 20 applications from promising corporates, but they made their pick, and I am more than happy to welcome them on stage today. So today we have the 8 most promising corporates pitching, and they talk about what a corporation could actually look like, and also what they expect from a startup when they cooperate with them. As last year, also this year, we have the Slido competition, and for that I ask you to watch all the corporate reverse pitches, and after that, vote on Slido for your best corporate. So you can vote on Slido by using the hashtag CD21. Okay, so yeah, being that said, I don't want to keep it too exciting, and I think we should just start with our first pitch. And for that, I want to welcome on stage Elma Saric. She is from Raiffeisen Bank International, and Elevator Lab is one of the leading fintech partnership programs by Raiffeisen Bank International. So, Elma, you have 3 minutes from now on.
Hi, my name is Elma Šarić, and I'm here to talk about the Elevator Lab Partnership Program powered by Raiffeisen Bank International. Raiffeisen Bank International operates in 25 markets, 13 of which are in the CEE region, and it considers Austria and the CEE its home market. Its 45,000 employees service approximately 17.2 million customers in almost 1,900 business outlets. Elevator Lab is the leading fintech and startup partnership program that is covering the CEE region and is powered by Raiffeisen Bank International. We are constantly looking for innovative fintechs and startups to help us build the banking business of tomorrow. So what did we do until now? We have ran 4 batches of Elevator Lab Partnership Program. We have done it with 10 of our network banks in the CEE region. We have evaluated more than 1,000 fintechs and startups. And from those 1,000, we have selected more than 25 fintechs and startups to do proof of concepts with. And out of those 25, we have selected more than 10 of them for long-term partnerships. This is actually how our map of partnerships looks like at the moment. So some of these companies are local or regional solutions. Some of them are group-wide solutions. For example, Moxtra and company that are put there in the Austria, they are a group-wide solution. Elevator Lab basically offers a proof of concept phase that lasts around 4 months. It is scouting for global fintechs and global startups. And even in 2020, regarding all of the circumstances around the coronavirus, we managed to run 3 tracks with our network banks. So in 2020, we ran Bank as a platform with our Tatra Bank. We ran value-added services for large corporates with our Raiffeisen Bank here in Austria. And we ran analytics and loyalty solutions for companies with our Raiffeisen Bank in Romania and in Bulgaria. So what does Elevator Lab really offer? What we offer and what we aim to get is a long-term partnership with startups and with fintechs. We offer this largest corporate fintech program in the CE region that gives you an opportunity for the structured proof of concept phase, where we involve our leading banking experts and mentors to guide you through the entire process. Raiffeisen doesn't request equity and it doesn't take shares in your company, but it actually provides you with a dedicated proof of concept fund and regards its fintechs and startups as partners from the start of the acceleration. We also give you access to RBI API Marketplace. All of this is, of course, again, with the aim of creating strategic long-term partnerships. Since we are currently preparing our programs for 2021, which will be announced soon, I invite you to register your company at RBI-Fintech database, which is open for registration throughout the entire year, to go to our website, elevator-lab.com, and to follow us on Facebook and on LinkedIn, where we will post our future challenges soon.
Okay, thank you, Elma. So if you have innovative fintech solutions and you are interested in the CE region, go contact Elma. Now, Patrick Pirchegger from A1 Telekom Austria Startup Campus will present us their cooperation ideas. They focus on digital solutions and data-driven solutions. So, Patrick, the stage is yours.
Hi, my name is Patrick, and I want to welcome you to A1 Startup Campus. Who is A1? A1 is the market leader in the telecommunications industry in Austria. Together with our 7 operations in Central Eastern Europe, we serve our 25 million customers and we provide them a broad range of services. Telecommunication services, but also ICT services, IT services. Telecom and innovation is a perfect fit. A big topic for us this year is the launch of the new 5G network, which we did last year, and how to find new innovative applications for this new infrastructure layer. Additionally, we're looking into IoT, the Internet of Things, software as a service solutions, and cybersecurity. Together with you, we want to cooperate in order to find value-add products for our customers and also services which we can use internally. I want to show you by an example how we are cooperating with startups. So we are working with the startup Warify. You go to an A1 shop, to all A1 shops in Austria you can go, and at the point of sale you can get a QR code, you scan it, and you have all the receipt, you have all the information about the product and the warranty at hand. That means as a customer, after several months, you can always access it, and in case you have any claims, you always have access to it. We are doing this together with our startup member, Warify. They are sitting on our startup campus, they're using the office space, they're using our infrastructure, we support them with consulting and PR and media work, and additionally, we're using the service in all our A1 shops here in Austria, and as a next steps, we're planning to launch a B2B service together for our partners to provide a value add together with our startup. We are going beyond. We are not only looking at classical vendor-based relationships. We are looking for real partnerships. We want to work with early-stage startups in order to scale up and to grow together. If you want to grow here in the Austrian market, in the Central Eastern region, A1 is a good partner for you. We can use your service as a customer. A1 can get your first customer for an MVP, for a proof of concept. Additionally, you can use a broad range of services for our B2B customers, and we support you in your acceleration phase to grow. We're looking for early stage startups with digital business models and a customer target in B2B as well as in B2C. If you're interested, I'm very much looking forward to meeting you digitally at Vienna Up, and please get in touch. Thanks a lot.
So much for your great pitch, Patrick, and thank you that you offer such great cooperation opportunities to early stage startups. Now I want to welcome on stage our third guest, Lena Ranneberg from Agro Innovation Lab. Agro Innovation Lab is the innovation platform of Raiffeisenware Austria. So Lena, the stage is yours.
So hello everyone, my name is Lena Ranneberg and I'm an innovation manager at the Agro Innovation Lab, which is an AgTech accelerator that I want to introduce to you today. We are the innovation entity of the Raiffeisenware Austria and the Lagerhäuser here in Austria. We shape the future of agriculture and really hope to cultivate the ideas together with you. We act as an innovation center, an AgTech accelerator, a provider of innovative services to farmers, and we're also constantly scouting for solutions in the field. How can you work with us at the Agro Innovation Lab? We have 3 different formats that we work with startups. One of them is the AgTech Accelerator that we launched in few of the last years, and there will also be an accelerator next year. So it is a structured innovation format where we work together with you with a very broad focus. Our innovation challenges, which are little smaller formats, are also running every year. So we work there on customized ideas that you have, customized innovation formats, and they always have a specific topic. What we also do is individual cooperations on your project. So you tell us what the means of cooperation is that you need, and we work with you specifically on your topic. Our goal is really a strategic partnership that benefits not only us as a company, but also mainly you as a startup. The search fields of the Agro Innovation Lab are really broad, as you can see here on the slide. So we're looking for everything regarding agriculture and also food. It's very important to us that they focus on one of the 3 focus fields, which are digitization, sustainability, and also automation. The startups that run in our accelerator, they need to have an MVP in place at least and need to be ready to test their product in the Austrian market. It's also very important to us that your product has a general market fit with the Austrian and the Central Eastern European market. We offer to startups a lot of different resources. So one, you can benefit, of course, from our network and cooperation. There are over 130,000 farmers in our cooperative, and there's also many different more resources that you can benefit from. We provide you with knowledge and mentoring from our business units with experts from all different fields in agriculture. You can also think about a later stage investment if you join our program. And the most important thing that RWA can offer to you is the market access and the customer base here. So thank you very much for your attention. I am looking forward to you to reach out to us. You can see my email address here. And you're welcome to also join and come by the booth and talk to us at the event. We are happy to work with you and we're excited to grow with you as well.
Thank you, Lena. So if you are a startup and you operate in one of their search fields, please contact Agro Innovation Lab. Now I want to welcome on stage our next guest, and he may be familiar to some of you. I'm talking about Andreas Greiner from KTM Innovation. He won last year's Slido competition, and by that got the golden ticket for the corporate reverse pitch this year. So I'm really curious, and the stage is yours, Andreas.
Hello, and thank you for the introduction. I work for KTM Innovation. We serve KTM and the wider peer mobility group for digital and other innovation projects. We focus on powered two-wheelers across several brands and several segments. We face many challenges and are looking for technologies all the time. In 4 areas, making the product smarter. The focus here is on performance bikes. These are not cars, these are not utility bikes or utility cars. We do performance bikes. That brings a lot of challenges that we face every day, and we're looking for innovation in such technologies or in such features on a constant basis. The second is smart production. We have to produce these vehicles. Achieving high quality and maintaining a very high flexibility due to our fairly large organic growth is important to us. And the challenge is actually the volumes. We have a very wide product variety, and that means a fairly small volume. So anything that is challenging in manufacturing is even more challenging for us, and that includes also the supply chain. Smart commerce, we need to market, sell, support, train these vehicles in some 80 countries worldwide with a fairly limited size of staff across several segments on top, across several brands. That brings a lot of challenges. You can see them below here. And then the organization itself that copes with all of this. What you can expect from us is we are open to innovation. We're open to sharing our pains, our challenges, so you can work with us. We have a whole tech scouting team working with you that would even help you, starting with your pitch deck all the way down to running trials and pilots. We do some 60 currently, and that includes also some very large ones across a whole range of different innovation methods. What we want from you is innovation. We want new technology, outrageous ideas. We want great ambition, we want speed, but it's got to be more than an idea. We want something to actually show. See below how we want to work. Please come to the point really, really fast. We are fairly busy and we're doing a lot of things, and we'd like to work with you, but please come to the point, very fast, and then we can do amazing things. As I said, we do really a wide range of projects all the time. And that would be it. So we are ready to race. If you are as well, please contact us. You see my name here. Also, my colleague Anton Lettner is going to be online and available to have meetings with you during these next days. Thank you very much.
Yes, and yeah, also I hope that you're ready to race. And now Joachim Edel from Frequentis will present us their cooperation ideas. So Frequentis offers safety and communication critical information solutions. So please come on stage. The stage is yours.
Hi, my name is Joachim Edel, and today I'd like to present to you how Frequentis is cooperating with startups. So we deliver control center solutions to the world in safety critical markets, which are ATM, air traffic management, defense, public transport, public safety, and maritime. If you take a look into control rooms, there are 4 major elements that are important to us. Number 1, voice and data communication. You need to be able to communicate with your units outside, whether it's an aircraft, a policeman, or a vessel. You need tactical situation tools so that you have the best situational awareness and the best basis to take the right decisions. And you need planning and management tools to be able to implement your decisions. And everything needs to rely on safety critical networks, as our systems are never allowed to fail. Mostly, when we cooperate with startups, we work in the field of innovation. So I would like to present to you some of our innovation topics, which are drone management, mainly UTM and counter-UAS activities, the remote digital tower business, or the broadband mission-critical services for public safety organizations. But also new deployment models and mergers and acquisitions are, of course, part of our innovation activities. Now, when we cooperate with startups, we do not demand it, but what we expect is whether to obtain knowledge in the area of the environment of Frequentis, mainly technological knowledge, like AI, big data, specific to our needs, or other similar things like operational knowledge. Or access to markets that we, as a major company, cannot access. You know, everything that doesn't fit in our ASAP, we cannot access. So we need young and dynamic companies for that. What's our value proposition to you? I think our main value proposition is that we work in an evergreen market. It's not a unicorn market, but you have a stable and long-time financing because it's a B2G market. We offer to you new offices in Vienna, newly refurbished in the 4th district, but for international startups, we are used to international collaborations as well. We work with you on a proof of concept for our market. We partly finance that as well, if you have the right use case for that. We give you access to our very strong global sales network. You have the possibility to talk to our key accounts, to our executive board, and we help you with public funding, we help you with patents, and so on. If you want to join our journey to a safer world, we are happy to have you with us. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Joachim. So if the B2T market sounds interesting to you, please contact Frequentis. Our next guest works together with founders that had a specifically hard time this year. I'm talking about Falkensteiner Ventures. Falkensteiner Ventures supports founders in the accommodation sector, but also in the elderly care sector. So Ingrid, please welcome, please come on stage. The stage is yours.
Hello everyone, I'm happy to be here today, and it's also a great pleasure to introduce our company to you today and to point out what exactly we are looking for at Falkensteiner Ventures. My name is Ingrid Silgina and I work as Deal Flow Manager at Falkensteiner Ventures. This means not only that I get in close contact with numerous founders, but I also get to know numerous interesting projects and new creative people daily. And believe me, it certainly never gets boring. Falkensteiner Ventures. Who are we and what exactly do we do? We are your contact as travel and hospitality founder. We want to analyze new and innovative ideas and accompany motivated startup teams on their journey. Of course, our main focus is travel and hospitality, but we are also interested in food, leisure, and elderly care projects. But why do we as investors focus on clearly separated areas and do not invest in every industry? For us at Falkensteiner Ventures, it is important to not only be a monetary investor, but also a strategic partner. We want to share our network and know-how with the founders and also our previous business experiences, and thus open the way to success. We are looking for smart concept ideas and business models, from early stage, pre-seed to seed phase. In doing so, a clearly structured idea, a solution-oriented concept, and above all, a strong founding team are important to us. Because it is not only the idea itself that makes the business a success. Especially the founding team behind can make the startup a success. Currently, of course, we are struggling with numerous, very similar issues as some of you. The COVID pandemic has had a major impact on the travel market worldwide and has even shut it down in some cases. But pre-COVID, tourism was booming worldwide and all forecasts predicted growth. So we are sure that post-corona, this will return. So we believe in the need for innovation in this sector. And we also believe in your creative startup idea. So don't hesitate and contact us. We look forward to hearing or reading from you soon. Thank you very much for your attention.
Wow, your pitch was exactly on time. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, please contact Ingrid. So our seventh guest is Johannes Andreas Eichler, and he's from Voestalpine High Performance Metals. So I guess almost all of you know that they are the global market leader what regards steel. But actually, they also focus on other solutions. So yeah, Andreas, I'm happy to have you today. And please just present us your cooperation opportunities.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for the introduction and thank you also for having me. Many of you may know Voestalpine High Performance Metals as a steel producer, as the producer of high specialty steels. But we see ourselves as well as a technology company and as a technology supplier. That's why I would like to introduce you to our digital journey, which started actually in 2016. We introduced a position of a Chief Digital Officer with a team of experts and also a digitalization competence center, dealing with that many topics that were around in this time as well. And now our division took the next step on our digital journey and founded a company out of this digitalization competence center, which is the voestalpine High Performance Metals Digital Solutions GmbH, and which I am part of now. Our new company deals with 4 main focus areas, actually. We have artificial intelligence, which is related to all the data our companies are creating on their way forward and all their use cases and ideas they have so far. We have industrial IoT and automation, which actually deals with creating transparency on the shop floor and the processes and daily work, creating more data. And the robotics unit, which is related to supporting our companies in terms of simulation, layouting, and also the integration of solutions. And we have sensors and measurements, which deals with all the measurement tasks we have from day to day. Besides this, we also support our companies with strategy. We have a digital maturity review. We help them on their way on their journey. And on the other hand, we offer education to our companies. On the one hand, to digitalization in general, and on the other hand, data science and AI topics. So what do we offer now to a startup? So, as you may have noticed, we are a startup as well right now, and you can see our founders team at the right-hand side of this slide. And besides this, yeah, of course, we are a part of a very big corporate. We have all the international challenges for you. Besides this, we have a bunch of data, plenty of data you can work with, and also a lot of ideas and use cases we want to challenge and we want to take forward. And we also had a very good experience so far, also with hackathons, with startups, and we really enjoy the cooperation. What do we expect? You should know the most recent technology and support us with this. You should be innovative and bring the working style we love from startups. And also, maybe if you have industry knowledge, it's very beneficial, of course. And what can we do together? Okay, we can leverage your ideas, we can leverage our ideas and build up on our use cases. And we would like to improve our projects on the way forward, of course. So, if you feel engaged right now, please feel free to reach out and contact us. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much for your pitch. And yeah, time flies. It's already time for our last pitch. And for that, I want to welcome Bernhard Nussbaumer from ADSMIT. So ADSMIT is an ISO-certified research and development sector in the field of medical technology. So please present us your cooperation opportunities.
My name is Bernhard Nussbaumer. I am Chief Business Development Officer at ADSMIT, the Austrian Center for Medical Innovation and Technology in Wiener Neustadt. We are an ISO 13485 certified research and development center in the field of medical technology, and we are funded by the Austrian COMET program. What we are looking for? We are looking for a cooperation with medical technology startups who are providing innovative solutions for still unsolved problems in healthcare. We want bold, disruptive ideas, and possible solution fields are robotics, smart devices, and smart operating theaters, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. Solutions at all technology readiness levels are welcome. What do we offer? We offer R&D services all along the process chain from idea to the clinical use of a medical device. Based on a license model, we can offer these services at an up to 50% reduced price, while full IP stays at the startup, and we do not take any shares. Furthermore, we offer contract manufacturing of small series of medical devices, because it's a commonly known problem for early stage startups to find low volume production partners. Because of the fact that usability is not only a regulatory requirement, but also a very important requirement for market success of a medical device, we put a strong focus on usability, and we even have our own usability lab. Last but not least, we offer incubator services like technical due diligence, consulting, applying for public funding, and access to investors. What do we expect? We expect a committed, convincing team with a clear mission, and you should provide a self-explanatory solution for an unmet need in healthcare. Thank you for your attention. We are looking forward to meeting you for a quick mutual introduction. See you.
Thank you so much for this great pitch. And actually, I do not only want to thank you, but I want to thank all of our corporates that pitched today. So for me, it was a great pleasure working with you. I really had a lot of fun, and I think you have great cooperation opportunities in different sectors. And for sure, I also want to thank you in the audience for listening to this corporate reverse pitch. And I hope that you contact them, and yeah, that you just make matchmaking with them. But before we go on to our next point, I want to remind you again to vote for your best corporate pitch on Slido by using the hashtag CD21. If you vote for them, you can help them to get the golden ticket and to pitch also their cooperation ideas next year. So thank you so much from my side, and I would say now we go on to our next program point, the expert talk.
And thank you very much, and thank you for joining this event. We had our startup pitches in the very beginning, to give you just a brief sum up of what happened by now. 10 startups from different countries brought to you by the Vienna Business Agency and the Global Incubator Network Go Austria program. So it was about startups. And after that, we've seen the corporate reverse pitch by Austrian Research Service Industry Startup Network. So we had the corporates on stage. And now it's about, bringing them both together. It's about talking about the power of cooperation. And I'm really happy to invite two experts in this field. On the one hand side, it's Raphael from Infineon. He's the innovation manager with Infineon for a few years already, and one of the, let's say, leading persons within Infineon when it's about bringing startups into Infineon and into cooperation with Infineon. And on the other side, Werner Müller from the Austrian Research Promotion Agency, who is responsible for both the Go Austria startup program, the Jingo Austria startup program, but also the startup services of the Austrian Research Promotion Agency, FFG. So, Werner, may I invite you to the stage, because Raphael, he is remotely taking part in this event.
Hello,
Hi, Werner. So, before I start with the questions, I'll kindly ask you both just to give us a brief introduction of yourself. Werner, you're in the studio, so you may start.
Yeah, so thanks, Dusan. My name is Werner Müller of FFG, so the National Funding Agency. And I'm responsible for the startup services at FFG, but also program manager of the Go Austria program of the Global Incubator Network. We bring Asian and international startups to Austria, to connect them with Austrian corporates, to initiate cooperation, and probably also the startups found a location here in Austria and Europe.
Thank you, Werner. Raphael, I hope the remote connection to the Naschmarkt where you're sitting is good. Introduce yourself and welcome to Connect Day.
Yes, thank you, Dusan. I'm Raphael Gattringer here at Karlskirche at Infineon Hub in Vienna, a hub we also provide startups with in the ecosystem. I've been with Infineon since 2015. Also had, in the meantime, I founded Factory Hub Vienna, a hardware co-working space. And I'm responsible for startup corporations in Austria. And at the same time, I'm a member of the global startup team. We have, for example, a Silicon Valley Innovation Center in Singapore, a co-innovation space, our headquarters in Munich and in other locations. And for sure, we exchange ourselves on a corporate level, on a global level. And here in Austria, I screen startups and then finally connect them to Austria, Infineon, and also to the global headquarters in Munich.
Raphael, you just gave me like the right keywords, and it's been like a corporate level. It's a huge corporate Infineon, and on the other side, you said international. And yeah, from a corporate perspective, what are like the main reasons, or why is it good and relevant to work with startups in the whole innovation process within Infineon, and why on an international level?
I think that's a really great question. Actually, for example, in Austria, Infineon Austria invests 500 million euros per year in R&D. Now you could say, okay, we know everything, we can research, have all the experts. Why should we actually collaborate with startups? And what we see is that startups still bring a new edge to the whole innovation ecosystem. So they deal with use cases we never thought about. Or we produce chips, electronics, and we have applications we never thought about. And startups are the ones who actually take the risk and bring these new applications to the market.
So it's like actually opening new business models and bringing in new innovation or ideas that you never would think of as a corporate. So let's just change the perspective and now come to you, Werner. With the Global Incubator Network Austria program, you're actually bringing every year approximately 20 startups to Austria, mainly from the Asian region, but also from Israel. So like there's a huge inflow of startups to Austria. So let's say, from your perspective, why is this necessary? Why are you connecting actually Austria with these international startup ecosystems?
So the startup environment is an international and global environment. So we bring Asian startups, also Israeli startups, with different technologies that probably not exist on the European market or the Austrian market. We bring also a different kind of mentality into the Austrian startup system. And I think this insights from startups coming to Austria, bringing their technology, probably bringing another perspective of cooperation, and also probably interesting contacts towards new markets in Asia are important factors for the Austrian Startup Hub if Austria wants to position itself in a global perspective as a relevant player. And in the meaning of cooperation with corporates, I think there's a lot of innovation and R&D around in Austria. So we've got a lot of good companies, but the startup ecosystem is pretty small in Austria. So it's important to also bring in other expertise and knowledge to these corporates.
So fresh blood, fresh ideas, and all of them meet in Austria. Well, Infineon is actually an international company, but though you've decided to establish a hub in Austria, and we were just talking about this Austrian ecosystem and Austrian hub for startups, which is really, especially in Vienna, growing in the last years, but still it's small compared on an international level. Raphael, why is the Infineon hub in Vienna? So what are actually the advantages of working with startups in Vienna?
Yeah, well, this is also a question, why am I personally here working in Vienna? We have a sales office here with 10 people. Now you could say, why are you not working in Graz? Why not working in Villach at the headquarters or in Linz, for example? It's really the ecosystem here in Vienna that's really relevant. Then we have our wonderful cooperation partners like AWS or FFG that are here in Vienna. And our Infineon hub here in Vienna is basically because we have TU Wien here and also other universities. And here we are very interested in cooperations with electronics and chemistry. So this is the main reason why we're here in Vienna. And this hub that is originally #1 priority for cooperating with students and universities is now also open for startups.
And so you have, like, as I remember what's Infineon doing with startups, you have plenty of projects running with them. But if you think of all of them and try to put them together and say, well, are there any kind of critical factors, or let's say if there are 3 main critical factors, that they're necessary, that collaboration between startups and corporates works out in the meaning of, there by the end is a business model, there's, a long-term partnership and not just, a short proof of concept.
Yes, I see that many successful startups, they're have a successful impression right from the beginning. They, for example, at Corporate Day, at the former Connect Day, we met with startup Carisys from Israel. And what was really fascinating, they just went to event to talk to Infineon, and they already had their automotive customer. Then they were really leading in technology. We often see that with startups, they often have PhDs in the teams or very tight connection to universities, so they have this state-of-the-art knowledge. And then for sure, they're also proactive. So I have a lot of emails. Sometimes I take really long to respond. I try my best, but I see the startups that are successful, they call me every week and say, what's going on? Can we do something to speed up the process? So these are some heuristics that we see which already successful startups bring to the corporation.
Yeah. Well, you just named Carisys, and I remember it was 2 or 3 years ago when you met on Corporate Day, which is today called Connect Day. But there are some other, let's say, successful stories. And now, Werner, the question goes to you. Aside of Infineon and Carisys that, the FFG and AWS brought together on the Corporate Day back in the years, are there any other stories? Because I've heard, the Twitter somewhere around that there is a joint venture or something like that coming up. Can you talk about that already?
Yeah, sure. So there are several success stories in the meaning of initiate cooperation. Some startups like Keepers from Israel, they came with a Go Austria program to Austria. They got funded from an Austrian investor. They've got a cooperation with Hutchinson in a sales cooperation, and now they founded an office here for their R&D development of the product and service. So we see Austria can be a hub for innovation, also for startups from other countries. Or Xensio is from China. They founded an office here in the V-Accelerate after taking part in the Go Austria program. But we see also other cooperations that in the meaning of robotics or AI coming from countries like China. They've got a big market there, and they bring probably just the technology and looking for partners to develop product, not to go into the Austrian market, probably afterwards into the European market, and use Austria as a test market in the meaning probably for Germany or other European countries. So it's not about just funding offices, it's also about the knowledge transfer and cooperation that develops over time.
So obviously there are a lot of startups that are coming to Austria and making use of this great hub, not just in funding, as you said, but also because they're great partners and this opportunity to test the German-speaking market. And so it comes that we, in this ecosystem, organize a few events. One of these is a Connect Day, or actually just part of the big festival, Vienna Up 21. The question to both of you, and just try to keep it short, why is it important to make events like these, and how can the participants benefit from them? Raphael, if you may start.
I think it's really essential to the ecosystem. On the one hand, you're already aiding us, the corporates, for example, with AWS Connect, for pre-screening of startups, and then really bring the relevant players together. And this opportunity here at Connect Day to have short meetings. And with these short meetings, you can decide do you want to continue a collaboration or a talk or not. So this is really relevant, and also the marketing of the event, which raises awareness. So this is really one of the highlights in the year, in the startup year.
And so Werner, the FFG or Go Austria is actually not just a partner of Connect Day. You're behaving actually like a co-organizer. You're investing a lot of time, effort, know-how, and expertise. Why that? So from your perspective, why is it important to do events like these, and how can we benefit from that?
So I think the Connect Day is the right title after the Corporate Day, because it's all about connection, and connection can, wherever they happen, so it can be in the matchmaking, it can be in programs where we bring startups to Austria. That probably happen at the hiring, wherever, or in business meetings. Raphael is also partner of the upcoming batch, the Green Tech batch, where we bring Asian startups to Austria and connect them with Austrian corporates as partners. So it's all about connections and the spark of, okay, I'm interested, there's something interesting in the technology, and then it's probably becomes a fire afterwards. So it's not about just the matchmaking and 50 minutes, but it can be a start for a long-term relationship, and it's like with Tinder in a way.
So obviously, we're the Tinder for innovation and startup corporate collaboration and startup investments. Very nice. I hope Tinder won't sue us for that wording. So yeah, that was our expert talk on the relevance of international cooperations between startups and corporates.
Scale up, growth, connections, trust, Bock was.
Invest in innovation, access tech talent, find creative collaboration, meet the Austrian Business Agency, get cost-free support. Voll gut.
So, perfect. The polls, the voting is closed, and we know who the winners are. That's our last point for today before we go into 3 hours of matchmaking in the afternoon. It is a pleasure to announce the winners of the best startup pitches of the Vienna Business Agency and the Global Incubator Network. So there will be 2 winners, one of the first batch and one of the second batch. And yeah, that's it. The winners are, congratulations to Dorabot and AgeVolt, New Age of Voltage. Thank you very much for your pitch. Great show you did, really cool startups, really great innovative products. And what will be your prize? Well, I've heard a story that you'll join us hopefully in autumn in the real life physical acceleration element of your program with Vienna Business Agency, respectively with Global Incubator Network. And when you're here, you enjoy Vienna from its best sides. I've heard something about riding with a horse carriage and a Vierker, as we call it in Vienna, to one of the best Austrian restaurants, and have a great time there with great people from the innovation ecosystem. So yeah, you'll enjoy your time here in addition to all the stuff, the connections and the meetings you'll have when you join Vienna in fall 2021. Thank you. That were the best startup pitches. And now, without further delay, just let's go in. It's Agro Innovation Lab. Great pitch to Lena Ranneberg. You won. You get your golden ticket, and we are happy to see you on stage on Connect Day 2022. So yeah, that were the pitches, that were the winners. That was our expert talk. It's almost just a few minutes before we start with the matchmaking, and you can have a short lunch break. Just a few remarks before we go into the matchmaking. So, very important and very helpful. Please install the Beat2Match app on your smartphone or keep the track of your meeting agenda, because the meetings can change if somebody cancels the meeting, or you can also get new requests live during the afternoon and also during our 2 days of matchmaking on the 6th of May and the 12th of May. If you at any point have troubles, issues, any questions, you'll find in the right bottom corner your help chat. Just drop in your question. Astrid and Stefan will be very happy to support you with your issue and try to solve it as fast as possible. What happens if a meeting partner doesn't show up during the matchmaking? Yeah, don't worry. Just drop him a message, agree on a different meeting. You have plenty of time for agreeing on an alternative appointment later in these 2 days. And last but not least, I think it's time to say happy matchmaking. You just have 15 minutes for your meeting, so keep the small talk short, get to business, get to your USP, tell what's it all about, and tell the other party or the other side what you actually expect from them, so you can easily find if there is a first fit. And then do not forget, if there is a fit, to agree on the next steps, your next exchange, email, follow-up, or meeting you do in the weeks after the Connect Day. So keep in touch. Well, that's everything from my side. My name is Dusan Todorovic from AWS Industry Startup Net. I was really happy to be your host for this year's Connect Day, and I'm looking towards great matchmaking time the next days, and I hope you'll find your perfect cooperation partner, or you get us like a really good investor on board and your investment that helps you to skyrocket your startup. Thank you very much. Enjoy the matchmaking.